You're listening to 3D Radio 93.7 FM. It's Doo Wop time now, and we're Doo Wopping with the Glaciers, Carmen's Doo Wop Corner.
This is 3D Radio, Mrs. Carmen, with the Doo Wop Corner show. Oh, South Australia, on the air, listen to it anywhere. Carmen's Doo Wop Corner on 3D Radio.
Welcome to the Doo Wop Corner, 1 hour of doo wop and 50s music as usual. But certainly what's on today is not usual. It's the most important Doo Wop Corner show we've had so far, number 135. And I tell you why it is so important. I'm taking you back in time and giving the time back then and the doo wop some color. Yes, I take you back, but not only me. I have someone helping me. He's a remarkable man leaving his footprints in the history of doo wop in the early 60s. It's Teddy Grable, the lead singer of the Concords back then. I did a quasi-interview with him, and we will hear a bit from him about the time back then and his involvement and a bit about him. It's pretty fantastic. I prepared a little sample. It goes for a minute where you hear him singing in the lead voice. So you get an idea whom we are going to talk to. Now, it wasn't an interview. I didn't meet Teddy face to face or had him on the phone. I emailed him questions, and he recorded his answers to my questions, sent them back to me by email, and here they are. Isn't technology fantastic nowadays? I asked him a lot of questions. I asked him where did it all begin, and asked him, was there a special song which you still remember, which had a big impact on you? And this is what he said.
Hi, Carmen. You might ask the question, how did I get to love doo-wop so much? And where did it all begin? Hello, everyone. Greetings in love and doo-wop music. My name is Teddy Grable, 2 cents plain, nothing fancy. Although some of you may know my background already, most of you probably do not. So here's a quick personal history tour. I remember as a young boy growing up in Coney Island being held in rapt attention by the musical sounds of the times. I would listen to most of the current songs being played and captivated by the jukebox by day and the radio at night. I sometimes dreaded sleep, afraid I might miss something. My favorite songs I sang over and over and over again until I fell asleep. And many of those songs today still remain in my heart. They had such an impact on me that they left such an indelible mark on my heart and soul and mind, are today just as fresh and invigorating and soul-stirring. One of the most significant songs I remember as I look back and reflect was by Frankie Lymon and the Teenagers. When it came out in 1956, I listened to it on the radio, and man, I was so impressed with that type of music that I just had to try it for myself.
Yes, and Frankie Lymon comes up now with his song from the year 1956, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? I did an interview with Teddy Grable, and I also asked him, when did you start singing, and was the falsetto singing easy? That is the high voice singing you hear in some of the songs, because Teddy does that in a lot of his songs, and he does it to perfection. And this is what he said.
I think it was probably in 1958, probably the latter part of the year, or it could have been early 1959, when I first started to experience the harmony with some friends, neighborhood friends, in hallways, on street corners, train stations. We would try to listen for the harmony. And it was one of the Camelots, the first tenor, his name was Joe Lucas, Joe Mercedes. He kind of took me under his wing, and he tried to help me to listen for the harmony and help me to sing the first tenor parts. And it's to him and the Camelots, by listening to them and with his personal mentoring, helped me to establish my falsetto, which I've used throughout my musical career.
So, what is falsetto? I prepared just a few seconds to let you listen to some falsetto singing. The lead voice was falsetto there. Now you know. An example explains it better than thousands of words, doesn't it? Yep. Now, let's hear the Camelots who helped Teddy to develop his falsetto. Don't Leave Me Baby, a cappella sound, means no instruments in the song. Pretty beautiful piece of music it is.
I'm begging you, please. Don't leave me, baby. Don't leave me, baby. Baby, please don't go.
That were the Camelots who left big impression on Teddy and helped him developing his singing back then. I also asked Teddy, in what bands did you play? And he started telling me about the first band he was singing in. And I asked, where was that geographically?
The Stardrifts were formed perhaps as early as 1959. The summer of 1959, and the members of the group was Bill Reel at first tenor, Joey Edel at second tenor, Junior Pontarella on the baritone, Tony Closey as the bass singer, and of course myself, Teddy Grable, at lead. And of course this was in Coney Island, which is in Brooklyn, and of course Brooklyn is one of the boroughs of the great city of New York City.
Which was one of the places where it all happened back then, where a lot of the music is coming from. I played in my Doo Wop Corner shows previously, in the last 134, to be precise here. It's time to hear Teddy singing his songs, and the Stardrifts were the first band he was in, and we hear An Eye for an Eye, and we heard it just in a short version before. Beautiful, beautiful.
Some time ago you broke my heart, you ended our romance, and now you've got the nerve to say you want another chance.
This song actually is the B-side. The A-side is She's Gone. And that's my favorite song of the whole show today. I love that song. And if parts of this song feel familiar to you, listen out to some parts of the song where you almost can hum along because you think, I know this part. We're coming back to that just after the song She's Gone by the Stardrifts and Teddy Grable in the lead. She's Gone.
Listen to this telephone. He wants everyone to know. She's gone and stolen my heart away.
Did you pick up on the bits which might sound familiar, a melody which you think you knew? I know that one. And it's coming up now. So, you know what I'm doing. I've grabbed the She's Gone song by the Stardrifts and put it against two later songs. And then the Stardrifts are coming back in the end for comparison. So beginning and end here was recorded in 1962. And the song in the middle was supposed to be created in 64. Interesting. Do we have a Telstar case here? If you listened 2 weeks ago, I put the Telstar song against the March, where there was a big court case going about, and the court found eventually after 5 years the melody was the same. Let's have a listen. I'll let you judge it. I don't want to put something out here, but I think it's quite close.
She's left me for some other guy. Now alone I'll sit and cry. Untrue, she said I'd been to her. Untrue were the things I said to her.
Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say. Please, when I go out with you, don't put me on display. I don't tell you what to say. I don't tell you what to do. So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of you.
She's left me for some other guy. Now alone I'll sit and cry. Untrue, she said I'd been to her. Untrue were the things I said to her.
So, what did you think? Were they similar? I leave it open. I'll let you judge. In the middle we heard there Leslie Gore, from the year 1964 with You Don't Owe Me, and then Dusty Springfield with the same title. And the Star Drifts from 2 years earlier, in the beginning and in the end of this little segment. So, yep. I had Teddy Grable in an interview. I asked him the question, did you have any street corner performances, and what was it like, and what did it mean to you?
Most of the performances were street corner performances for the neighbors, and sometimes the police would come by and join in or arrest us, one or the other. Most of the time they would just join in or sit there and have their coffee and listen to the music like so many other neighborhood folks. It's very difficult for me to express the way I feel and have felt about the doo-wop sound. Way back when I was a youngster, just starting out in my music venture, on my musical journey, I really didn't know at the time where it was going to take me, and I probably didn't care. But I did know that it was different than anything I've ever experienced before, from the standpoint, when I sang, people would listen to me. And then it became apparent to me that I could use the music in such a way to express myself emotionally and mentally that I could never do otherwise. In 1963, probably the latter part, the fall, or even maybe the winter of 1963, I auditioned for Mike Lewis of the Concords. He was the first tenor and leader of the group. I auditioned for him outside of Surf Lanes in Coney Island, and I must have passed the audition because I sang with the Concords from 1963 to 1966.
It's time to listen to the Concords. We heard Teddy singing already with the Star Drifts before. That was in the year 1962. We heard the two songs they put out, and there were only 2 songs recorded. Now, the Concords, this is now talking year 1964. I have It's Our Wedding Day lined up here. That is the B-side of the song following then, and that is Should I Cry? Teddy also sang in another band called The Planets, and we hear You Are My Sunshine as the 3rd song coming up. That's also from the year 1964. In all 3 songs coming up now, Teddy is singing the lead voice. Enjoy.
Ding dong, ding.